Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorial. And we were into the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. And we have studied so far about 4 types of microorganisms: bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Sometimes algae is pronounced as algae, right? And some people pronounce fungi as fungi. Well, I'll stick to fungi as well as algae. But before we continue, let us go to a biology laboratory and try to see some of the microorganisms with the help of microscope, right? And here we go. Hi everyone, we are here in biology lab of Sainik School Bijapur. You can see behind me Gawai sir is working and he is going to help us to watch some of the microorganisms with the help of microscope. You can see here nearby, there is a slide which is placed here. You can see this slide. Some more slides I can show you here, right? So this is a slide, and what is written there? Entamoeba histolica. Right. So there are a few slides like that. You can keep this slide, and down you can see this a concave mirror which is called as a reflector. It reflects the light through this slide, right? And then the lens which you are watching there is called objective. It is near to the object. What is the object here? The slide is the object, and then there is one more lens here, what is called eyepiece. And why eyepiece? Because it is near to the eye. Now what I am exactly trying to do is I am going to bring this lens of the camera very near to the lens of the objective and try to show you the video, otherwise the photograph of this microorganism. You can see there little bit, my hands are moving. This is Plasmodium. Plasmodium is the protozoa, and that is the reason why people get malaria, and that is carried by a mosquito called female Anopheles. This one is amoeba. I'm trying to focus it now, since my hand is shaking. But however, we can see that picture there. Well, after the lab activity, we shall continue, and before we get into a protozoa and algae, we'll have a brief recall of bacteria and fungi. We have seen the types of bacteria, and these types are depends on their shapes, and they are rod shaped, which are called bacillus. Then some types of bacteria are called coccus. They are spherical shaped, right? We have already studied these things. There are bacteria which are ciliated, means like a hair. They are vibrio, a comma shaped one. And there are bacteria just like a coil, a spiral type, and they are called spiral bacteria, right? So all these bacteria, among all these bacteria, some are good bacteria and many are not so good, not so friendly to us. Then among fungi, we have seen some are very large and easily can be seen, such as mushroom. We have also studied that there are some fungi which are microscopic. And can you recall what are those? One example is yeast, right? And that yeast is used in making of bread and even cake. And there are some more which are microscopic, they are called molds. So we have studied till here. Among the microorganisms, we have studied bacteria, fungi, and now it's the turn of protozoa. Protozoa. Did we hear this sometime? We all know that mosquito is the reason for a disease called malaria, right? But actually, what causes malaria? Malaria is a life-threatening disease. But what causes malaria? Is it the mosquito? Not at all. It is typically transmitted through a bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito, right? But what causes malaria is a protozoa. And what is the name of that protozoa? Is Plasmodium. And where did we hear this Plasmodium right now? We have just seen in the biology lab through the microscope, is it not? And Plasmodium is a parasite. You all know what is parasite. It stays and takes all its food inside a host, and host may be an animal, man, or even the bacteria. When the host is still living, parasites take all the nutrients. This is very harmful protozoa, and this protozoa is transmitted through mosquito. It's a unicellular one. This protozoa is a parasite. It's a unicellular, which means it has only one cell, right? But it is very deadliest because it causes malaria. Protozoa is a plural word, right? Among protozoa, there are many small microorganisms. The single microorganism in the category of protozoa is called protozoan. As I already said, it is a unicellular. It is made up of single cell. Where is it found? It's found everywhere, right? Everywhere, wherever there is a moisture, this is found. Very interesting thing about this protozoa is it feeds on bacteria, algae, and other protozoa. Means the food for protozoa is another protozoa or a bacteria or an algae, right? So this protozoa eats them for its survival. Now next in the series of protozoa is Euglena. And how does it looks like? This is the diagram of Euglena, and you need not go to the details of this diagram. You need not go through the details of this diagram. Remember, it has a nucleus. But what you should know is this organism is also a parasite. That means it depends the other living organism for its food. it is again a pathogenic, means it brings disease for humans. So we have to be very careful about this microbe. Next in the series is Paramecium. You will find lot of hairy like structure all over. What is called ciliated. Paramecium is ciliated. And as usual, again, all these microorganisms are found wherever there is a water, found in aquatic habitats. Paramecium is a singular, Paramecia is a plural. Paramecia have a potential to spread very harmful diseases. Humans suffer. But there is another side of this Paramecium. And what is that? Since it eats algae and bacteria and other microorganisms, it controls the population of other bacteria. So it helps in other way keeping the environment balanced. Because the food source is yeast, bacteria and algae. Next in the series is amoeba. You all must have heard its structure in the previous class, right? Amoeba, like other protozoa, is again a single cell, and this is also a pathogenic, which means it brings a disease to us. And it's again, like any other protozoa, lives in fresh water, but this amoeba lives in bit of warmth. It requires more of warmth, right? Now strange thing is, this amoeba eats another algae or a bacteria or a plant cell. You must have studied. It moves on, right? The way how it is shown here. It doesn't have actual feet. It has got a false feet. Can you recall that word? Pseudopodia, right? Which means a false feet. So among microorganisms, we have studied a bacteria, types of bacteria, fungus, examples of fungi, and then a protozoa, and different examples like Paramecium, Euglena, amoeba, Plasmodium and so on. Now it's a turn to seek information of algae or algae, right? And here we go. Algae, pronounced as sometimes algae. The singular is alga or alga, right? It's found on water. They are water loving, green plants. I repeat, they are plants. They are the microorganism and they are also the plants. Algae are water loving green plants found growing in almost all water places like ponds. And once again I repeat, algae are green and belongs to plant group. But some algae are blue, green, red or brown. Some examples of algae are Chlamydomonas, and there are again varieties of Chlamydomonas. These are unicellular organisms. They are made up of single cell. Another example is Chlorella. Let us know more of this Chlorella because it's a very interesting algae. It's nutrient rich. It's a very useful algae. As it is a plant, It is a good source of several vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. You know, this is also sold in the market. All algae appear green because they consist of chloroplast. It's a green pigment. In addition to chloroplast, certain other color pigments are also present. So depend on the pigments present in the algae. There are 4 types of algae. The first one is, if the green color pigments are present, it appears green, and that is called green algae. But there are brown algae too, because the pigment is brown, right? And then there are red algae also, and we have blue-green algae. And this blue-green algae is said to be a very primitive, and since these algae are responsible for converting carbon dioxide into oxygen, it is believed that these are the first organisms started converting carbon dioxide into oxygen on Earth. Here we end this unit. We'll continue this chapter in the next video lesson. Till then, stay strong, stay healthy.